蚊子觉得你的肉线太寡淡了。
不要给人家呀？给他，人家找你要呢，你给谁给的？人家会，人家会说你的语言。你要不要尝试学一下我们的语言？他先把你所有人都给，没人想找你拿。
和 ginger。哦，它是按照flora arrangement。
Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light.
When it comes to the farm, we don't actually have to purchase food. We actually
See the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car.
as a corp, very much like the theater feature.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. bags and get in that car. Have a little note and we'll drive real far.
Comfortable enough to bring her to trips. I know a girl, like relative, she works for Jesus.
Yeah, and actually they came up for a. But it's actually just tenant here, match tenant, Rama and Michelle stay. Yes. So she went yeah, but she went up to so spent 2 hours on this one to me. Comes underneath massive part of a massive.
Close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad
这
day.
边在下雨，好想飞飞。
But I'm right here, it's gonna be it's gonna be okay. The sun could go
要不然下海边啊？
we're gonna be we're gonna stay till the rain. We're gonna be okay. Hold my hand. Don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts. It wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be we're gonna